was at this time that my attention was drawn to a large Nissan Titan pickup truck, Mass Ridge 4 Sierra Leo 10, traveling at a high rate of speed through the crowded parking lot, with both Officer Keenan and I both estimated to be at least 40 miles per hour, directly towards us. He immediately started strobing his flashlight at the driver to get his attention, as Officer Keenan did the same. The truck did not slow down and maintained, if not increased its speed. I immediately became in fear for my life, as well as Officer Keenan's. Tony and Diane, as the truck was showing no sign of slowing or stopping. We were directly in its path. I reached for my department-issued firearm and began to draw it, and the truck all of a sudden came to a screeching halt. The operator, later identified as Boo Lee, immediately jumped in the driver's seat and started attacking Hoon with repeated punches as Hoon fought back. Officer Keenan and I then immediately sprinted towards the fight. As I reached Lee, who was punching Hoon, I pushed him from behind in an effort to separate the two and stop the fight. I then struggled to gain control of Lee as he continued to fight and resisted our efforts to place him in handcuffs. Several other individuals began intervening and attempting to pull Officer Keenan and I off of Lee, while at the same time Hoon was attempting to punch Lee. I had to push these individuals away while yelling at them to get back. My radio mic had been knocked free from my shirt as I tried to call for assistance. I was able to get my mic and radio for additional officers. I continued to struggle with Lee and stated police as Lee resisted. I told Lee to stop and get to the ground as Officer Keenan and I attempted to place him in handcuffs. Lee continued to struggle and struck me at least once with his elbow. I was able to force Lee to the ground where he attempted to put his hands underneath his body. Officer Keenan and I were eventually able to get Lee secured in handcuffs. Once Lee was secured in handcuffs, I noticed that Hoon was now fighting with another Asian male. I ran over and began attempting to separate these two. As I was attempting to separate Hoon, the other unidentified Asian male, Tin Trong Mai Nguyen, began attempting to pull me off of Hoon. I yelled at Nguyen to get back and then to physically push him away. Nguyen again tried pulling me off of Hoon as he struggled, and I was forced to elbow him in the chest in an attempt to stop him. Hoon continued to actively resist me, struck me with his flailing arms more than once. Nguyen then grabbed me from behind as he tried to pull me off of Hoon. Officer Keenan then grabbed Nguyen and brought him to the ground. I was able to place Hoon into handcuffs, and Officer Keenan placed Nguyen into handcuffs as multiple other units arrived. Once the fighting was stopped, I observed Hoon to be bleeding from his face and ear. I also observed Lee to be bleeding from the face. I radioed communications and informed them that we needed at least 2 ambulances. Groups of ambulance arrived on scene, but due to the large number of people still present and Lee and Hoon's continued disorderly conduct, we decided to transport the defendants back to the Quincy police station where they could be medically evaluated. I was later informed that all the involved parties refused medical attention. Mr. Lee was charged with disorderly person, assault by a dangerous weapon, 2 with a motor vehicle, assault and battery on a police officer, and knowingly resisting arrest and affray. Hoon was charged with disorderly person, assault and battery on a police officer, knowingly resisting arrest and affray. And Nguyen was charged with disorderly person, assault and battery on a police officer, knowingly resisting arrest and affray. Following up, Officer Bozak noticed that his right forearm and both hands had smears of blood on them from an unknown person. He also had an abrasion to his right knee and some pain in his right wrist. Per department policy, he notified his supervisor. So that was the report of Officer Bozak.